Silence. A concept so simple yet so profound. It's something we often take for granted, filling our lives with noise, distractions, and constant activity. But what if I told you that within silence lies one of the greatest sources of strength and clarity? Today, we'll explore the power of silence, how it can transform your mind, sharpen your focus, and guide you to a place of inner peace. Let's begin this journey by looking at why silence is so undervalued in the modern world. In a world that thrives on speed and productivity, silence is often seen as empty space. We equate silence with boredom or inaction. Think about the last time you were stuck in a quiet moment. Did you instinctively reach for your phone, turn on the TV, or try to fill the void with something? This isn't accidental. We've been conditioned to avoid silence. But why? Silence is misunderstood because it challenges us to confront something we often avoid, ourselves. When there's no external noise, we're left alone with our thoughts, emotions, and reflections. For many, this can be unsettling. But for those who embrace it, silence becomes a tool, a sanctuary to recharge and realign. Let's start with the science. Studies show that silence has profound effects on the brain. It lowers stress levels by reducing cortisol, the hormone responsible for feelings of anxiety. It also activates the default mode network, the part of the brain linked to creativity, problem solving, and self-awareness. In 2011, a groundbreaking study revealed that even 2 minutes of silence can lower blood pressure and improve focus. Silence, in a sense, acts as a reset button for the mind, allowing it to process information more effectively and make better decisions. But this isn't just about neuroscience. Silence also impacts our emotional well-being. It allows us to pause and reflect, to process difficult emotions, and to connect with a deeper sense of self. Now that we understand the benefits, the next challenge is how to embrace silence in a world that's anything but quiet. The key isn't to escape the noise completely, that's nearly impossible. Instead, it's about creating moments of intentional silence. 1. Start small. Begin by setting aside 5 minutes a day to sit in complete silence. No music, no phones, no interruptions. Just you and your breath. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but over time, this practice becomes a haven. 2. Disconnect to reconnect. Technology is one of the biggest barriers to silence. Try turning off notifications or setting aside a specific time each day to disconnect from screens. Use this time to reflect, meditate, or simply enjoy the stillness. 3. Nature's silence. Nature is one of the most powerful sources of silence. A walk in the woods, sitting by the ocean, or watching the sunset can provide a sense of calm that no app or gadget ever will. In these moments, you're reminded of how small we are in the grand scheme of things and how liberating that realization can be. Silence isn't just about relaxation or reducing stress, it's also a powerful tool for self-discovery. When we strip away the noise of the outside world, we create the space needed to truly listen to ourselves. 1. Reflection and clarity. In silence, we can reflect on our thoughts, decisions, and actions. Have you ever noticed how solutions to your biggest problems often come to you in the quiet moments of the night or during a peaceful walk? That's because silence allows your mind to process information and emotions without interference. It's in these moments that we gain clarity about what truly matters. 2. Identifying your core values. When you sit with your thoughts, free from distractions, you begin to uncover what you value most. This is crucial for aligning your actions with your principles. What makes you happy? What gives your life meaning? Silence holds the answers, waiting for you to ask the right questions. 3. Building emotional resilience. Silence can also be uncomfortable because it forces us to face unresolved emotions or challenges we've been avoiding. But this confrontation is necessary for growth. By sitting with discomfort rather than running from it, you build emotional resilience and learn to navigate life's difficulties with grace and composure. Silence doesn't just benefit our relationship with ourselves, it also strengthens our connections with others. In a world dominated by constant chatter, silence can be a profound way to communicate. 1. The power of listening. True listening happens in silence. When we stop planning our next response or trying to fill gaps in conversation, we create space to genuinely hear what others are saying. This deepens trust and understanding in any relationship. 2. Shared silence. Silence shared between people can be incredibly intimate. Think of moments where words aren't necessary, watching a sunrise with someone you love or sitting quietly with a friend in a time of grief. These moments prove that silence can sometimes say more than words ever could. 3. Reducing miscommunication. In silence, we can process what others say before reacting. This pause allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively, reducing misunderstandings and strengthening communication. Throughout history, silence has been revered by great thinkers, philosophers, and spiritual leaders. Let's take a moment to explore what they had to say about this underrated virtue. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic Roman emperor, often emphasized the importance of retreating into oneself for clarity and focus. He saw silence as a pathway to align actions with higher principles. Buddha taught the value of noble silence, a practice of quieting the mind to attain enlightenment. Leonardo da Vinci once said, "Nothing strengthens authority so much as silence," highlighting its power in decision-making and leadership. Mahatma Gandhi practiced regular days of silence to recharge and deepen his resolve, describing it as a time for self-introspection. By understanding how historical figures used silence, we can draw inspiration to incorporate it into our own lives. Let's break down some actionable steps to harness the power of silence in your everyday life. 1. Daily silent retreats. Dedicate a portion of your day, whether it's 10 minutes or an hour, to complete silence. Treat this as sacred time to reflect, meditate, or simply breathe. 2. Mindful breaks. Pause during moments of transition, like before entering a meeting or starting a task. Use these brief moments of silence to ground yourself and set an intention. 3. Journaling in silence. Writing during periods of quiet helps organize your thoughts and provides a deeper understanding of your feelings. It's like having a conversation with your inner self. 4. Silent mornings or evenings. Begin or end your day with silence instead of diving into emails, social media, or news. This bookends your day with calm and focus. 5. Silent challenges. Try going a full day without unnecessary chatter or digital noise. Observe how it changes your interactions and mental state. Silence isn't an escape, it's an embrace. It's the pause between the notes of life, the stillness that allows us to hear our inner voice and the wisdom it carries. In silence, we discover who we are, what we value, and how we wish to move through the world. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed by the noise around you, remember, silence is always within reach. It's a space you can return to, a sanctuary that offers strength, clarity, and peace. Will you allow yourself to step into it? Take these lessons and try incorporating moments of silence into your daily routine. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how it transforms your life.